This man unexpectedly felt something strange after eating at the restaurant. A vivid memory rushed back. It was his birthday, and his mom had cooked a unique dish that he ate non-stop in silence, savoring every bite. That same day, she had promised to take him to the park. Tears welled up, but his friend's voice snapped him back, asking why he wasn't eating. Curious, he asked the waiter who had made the food, and she pointed toward the kitchen. Without hesitation, he rushed to the back of the restaurant, memories flooding his mind. His mother had once told him to wait while she went to the restroom, placing a pendant around his neck and telling him to be patient. He had stared at it, sensing something was about to happen. Tragically, a man hiding behind a tree had been watching and, seizing the moment, tossed a toy in front of him, luring him closer with promises of more. That was the last time he saw his mother. He had been kidnapped that very day. Returning to the present, the man asked the chef who had prepared the food, but the chef deliberately lied, claiming he had made it himself and even mocking the man for doubting him. Worried yet convinced, the man thanked him and sadly returned to his table with his friend. But there was a twist, surprisingly. An elderly woman appeared behind them, carrying fresh vegetables for the same dish and handing them to the chef. Curious, the chef asked if she had recently started learning to cook, but she simply shook her head. He told her that if she did, she could create amazing meals, and customers would love her food. She smiled at his words, but suddenly, a distant memory resurfaced. Her son used to say the same thing, and she would always reply that one day they would open a restaurant together. Meanwhile, in the present, the man hurriedly ate her dish, savoring every bite without hesitation, separated from the very person who made it. His friend, puzzled, simply stared, sensing something deeper at play. Unfortunately, after days, the lady suddenly collapsed, losing her grip on the utensils she was holding. The chef quickly rushed to support her and asked if she was okay. She assured him she was fine, lost in a memory from her past, and told him to leave her alone. Slowly, she bent down to pick up the bowls one by one but struggled, while the chef coldly watched from behind and continued his work. Surprisingly, the owner handed her warm water and suggested she take a break if needed and focus on her health. However, the elderly lady anxiously stood up, begging the owner not to fire her. With kindness, the owner gave her an extra month's salary and told her to return when she felt better. Interestingly, as she left, she unknowingly passed her son, but the saddest part? They didn't recognize each other. Later, the man returned to the same restaurant, ordering the same dish, still lost in thought, staring at the pendant in his hands thinking of her. While the lady sat nearby, lost in thought, she remembered the painful moment when she returned from the restroom and couldn't find her son. She saw his toy but not him, and in panic, she ran frantically, crying his name. In the present, the memory brought tears to the man's eyes. He called the chef, saying the food tasted different, and the chef revealed it was made by another woman. Believing it could be his mother but unsure, he started searching for her. Suddenly, he got a call revealing his real mother's address. He waited for hours, but no one came. Earlier, as she was heading home from the market, two men had forced her into a van and taken her to another woman, his adopted mother. She showed her a recent photo of her son. Surprisingly, it was his birthday, so after waiting in vain, he returned home. However, as he sat there, he suddenly stood up and started leaving. Furiously, his mom told him to sit, saying what he was doing was disrespectful to the guest. But he replied that he was searching for someone. She said she knew whom he was searching for and warned him not to go anywhere. The man revealed that he wouldn't give up searching for his real mom, though he was grateful to be adopted by her, as she had given him a new life. He bowed to his adopted mom, realizing how much she had done for him over the years. Reluctantly, he started to leave. Suddenly, as he touched the door handle, a voice stung him from behind, saying the nickname his real mom used to call him. Surprisingly, it was his biological mom, and it turned out the adopted mom had invited her to meet her son. The son, crying, hugged his real mom after many years since the incident. They both couldn't control their tears, but happily they celebrated his birthday together as a family. Like and subscribe if the bond that links your true family is not one of blood, but of respect and joy in each other's life.